And hello, my fellow nerds out there. This is Oracle Nerd here, and welcome back once again to our Wonderland Remastered Steam release. So last time, a lot happened. That's all. I'm basically all I can say. That we found Bucks, thankfully, and we're finally gonna head to the heart of to what the game calls the heart of the woods. And anyways, you just stepped past through the door, and we're about to see what the hell is going on in here. And honestly, I already do know how the game ends. Technically, not this remastered version. I don't know if it looks any different. At least, like I know how it ended in the original, but I'm not sure if the remaster changes anything. It's dark. It's strangely warm. An odd sort of humidity clings to the air. A visceral moisture. We walk, surrounded by nothingness. No feeling of grass underfoot. No breeze brushing past our cheeks. Nothing but the heavy veil of warm swelter. And a dull, unceasing thump. It buzzes in my ears, making a cilia thrum, itch, like something crawling around inside my ear canal. It gets louder as we walk, slowly opening out to fill up the void, more and more incessant, till my whole body hums with it. Thump, thump. It appears in the blackness up ahead. A spot of green, like an oasis in the abyss. Closer, growing larger as we approach. Thin strip of grass floating as though suspended in the air. Closer, all of us gazing upon it in a surreal sense of homecoming as it takes form in our eyes and our hearts. Grass we once laid on, grass we once played on, grass we once laughed on. And and at the center of all that green, a single enormous tree. We reach the edge of the grass. I don't even hesitate as our feet stride onto its damp surface. There's a blade of grass part for our steps. All of us just staring up at it. At the big old willow, the tallest tree in the forest. Its trunk like a massive boulder covered twisty, gnarled roots. Up and up and up. The thumping is relentless now. My brain itself buzzing and whirling inside my skull. Like I think I remember this part being like a very disturbing part in the entire game. Like super disturbing. So you guys are gonna be thankful that I put this on censored mode, okay? You're gonna be thankful I had this put on censored mode. And my heart beating faster and faster, so fast I can feel my vision warp. Because as my eyes travel upward, I see branches twist and wrap and coil. A perfect mass of whiny shoots and sprigs, all of them pulsing and throbbing, squeezing and choking. Yeah, yeah. You all gotta thank me for this. It's Sadie's mangled form visible through the snarl. I fell on my knees, unable to tear my eyes away. She's bring my hand in my mouth, feeling the bile rise in the back of my throat like hot acid. She barely even looks human anymore. A monstrous pulsating mass of bloated and decaying skin, like a corpse left in the water for weeks, only somehow still living, full with sacks of skin breathing in and out. As the branches of the tree twist and snake through and around the heaving knots of flesh, I wouldn't even have recognized her had not been for the purple blanket, now ripped and matted and choking in the bulging skin. Frayed bits of it stretch between the leaves and branches like some kind of morbid party streamers. Thump thump. Her body pumps in and out in time with the pulsing of my ears. Tiny crop of hair on top shuddering above her swollen eyes. My children. None of us move. All of us rooted to the spot and staring at the twisted abomination in front of us. Welcome back. It's a voice I haven't heard in a long time, unlocking a core memory deep within the darkest recesses of my brain. That's Sadie? Genzo's voice sounds choked, warbled. Bugs takes a step forward. I can see the tears shimmering in her eyes. What have you done to her? I can feel the air shift around me, as though synchronizing it with her thoughts. I've saved her. Saved her? Well, this time, his face ashy gray as he looks horrified, which is saying something for him. She's a writhing mass! Slaughtered by her own mother. Such a horrible tragedy. Bugs winces and looks away, her jaw tight. But from tragedy blooms joy. The joy of innocence. The air curls around me like a sickly sweet tendrils. A scent that once captivated me long, long ago. Never have I sampled a blood so innocent. Felt it coursing through my roots. I had to have her. She's a fucking baby! Gidget shouts. I can hear the crackle of shocked disbelief in her voice, making it tremble, but she continues unbothered. So I saved her, keeping her alive, so I could taste her wish. You called that alive? You seem displeased. You turned my daughter into an abomination, you overgrown weed! The air suddenly goes tight, choked. I feel my lungs hiccup as though crushed by inside a vise. I clutch a hand in my chest and my body spasms. You abandoned her! The same as you abandoned me. Do you have any idea how alone I was? How hungry I was? Muscles still quaking, I somehow managed to push myself back to my feet. My breath labored. I clenched my teeth, pushed against a clamp around my voice box until the words crackled through. We didn't abandon you. You abandoned us. Liar! At this, the air, the ground, the world itself begins to tremble, to shake, to rock. Thunderous and all around me as I attempt to keep my knees from crumbling beneath me. An explosion from next to us. As an enormous tree root bursts straight out of the ground, spewing earth and rock as it shoots skyward. Then another, from the other side, thick and impregnable as it comes shooting from the dirt. All around us, more and more of them. As the ground continues to quake so violently I can feel my bones cracking against each other. Fuck. I twist backwards as the grass opens up straight in front of me, root hurtling skyward. Then I'm running, half tripping over myself and panic shooting through my veins as I go sprinting back across the grassy tract. But they're everywhere now. I see Gento go flying as one of the wooden snakes launches itself at his feet. He lasts about 10 seconds before it's coiled itself around his legs and belly, hoisting him into the air. Olo successfully dodges one root, only to get shoved forward by another, whipping him from behind. In a subsequent stupor, the third cinches around his chest. Bugs launches herself at the root, closing in on Gidget, only for it to slam straight back into the ground with a sickening crack. And when Gidget darts towards her in horror, both of them are snatched up, unable to move as the roots lift them off their feet. I can't be the only one let. I run straight into the trunk of one and go bouncing backwards. Fuck, I need to. Before I can so much as collect my bearings, it has my foot. And try as I might to collect my fingers into the dirt, its pull is too strong. Far too strong. My world floats upside down as it dangles me in the air like a fish on a hook. Before another root grabs my arm, coils around my chest, and carries me back towards her. I cough, choke, my head still spinning as I push against the tightly wound wooden pincer keeping me aloft. All five of us clenched in her grip and hanging there limply like toys awaiting their turn at play. I could feel her looking at us. The way the air shifts, its focus on each of us in turn, tightening against our skin. I abandoned you? A shudder ripples through the air. Then Roots holding Orland twists and snaps, squeezing around him with an angry crunch. The homicidal urges. I hear Orland grunt against the pressure, one eye clutching shut. Wanting to kill your own father? Then she goes again, though. The Roots digging into his belly, forcing out a gas choke. Erections in the locker room? Gizzo's eyes go tight. Can't you control yourself for one moment? Then to Bucks. Sending another child to the hospital? The Roots shakes her so hard it sends her arms and legs flailing. He broke his jaw! Then to Gidget, lifting up as though taking a better look at them. And you, constructing genitals out of toilet paper. It gives them a shake, rocking their head backwards. Hiding them in your pants by your day? No, I never abandoned you. I never abandoned any of you. You abandoned me the day that you abandoned your innocence. The air snaps around us like a shimmer of electricity ricocheting across the void. You think I would soil myself with your dirty, painted wishes? I push against the hard bark, constricting my chest, my legs kicking fruitlessly beneath me. Kids grow up. Nothing stays innocent forever. That's life. The air shifts back to me so quickly, so sharply I let out a gasp. You. Then softens, melting into sickly sweet tendrils that caress my chin and cheek. My child of nihility, void and intermerit, before reeling back with a slap that whizzed my head to the side. I couldn't bear the thought of your betrayal most of all. Not with the sins of your companions still fresh on my tongue. So I cut you off before I could see what you become. You think any of us give a fuck about any of that, you freaky tree lady? This turns into a rigorous shake and I hear him yell out a yelp. I cared for you. Let you play neath the shade of my leaves. Granted you your every desire. I feel the air start to crackle. And the roots ensnaring us start to squeeze. Tighter and tighter. Until I feel my ribs start to crack. My eyes start to pop. Squeezing and squeezing. Until it just stops quickly. I gasp. Suck at a strangled, hoarse breath as my lungs rattle in protest. I clutch at the bar entrapping me, simply trying to breathe. But it doesn't matter. Once I have her wish, none of that will matter. Which is why you're going to help me. I feel the roots slither around me, coiling up around my neck, forcing my chin upwards. I tried so hard, you see. Again and again, each time this tragic play reenacted itself. I cared for her, fed her nutrients, tried to help her grow. A distressed murmur escapes my lips as I feel its tendrils curl up into my hair, slither across my neck. But babies can't speak. A chill runs up my spine. My body starting to tremble as goosebumps rise up along my bare arms. No matter what I do, no matter how I nourish her, she'll never be able to utter those words I so long to hear. Now my whole body is quaking, a deep-seated frigidity racing up through my veins. To feed me her sweet, sweet wish. You're insane! I hear Orm's choked scorn next to me, though it's quickly stifled by the root clamps around his neck. Shut up! Something churning in the air now. A roiling snarl of hot and cold emotions. You think I need any of you? Look what you've done to my world. Poisoned it, polluted it, ravaged it with your disgusting wishes and urges. I feel myself starting to rise higher. I kick my legs out on instinct, my body squirming helplessly in her coiled grasp. We can fix it. You'll help me fix it. The air shudders almost as though she's hissing it in the back of her non-existent throat. Iggy, Iggy, Iggy. My empty husk of a child doesn't even know what he wants. That's not true. Suddenly the world flips upside down as the roots turns me over. I let out a startled cry, legs scrambling above me as the blood rushes to my head. You have zero sense of self. Don't you ever wonder why this place was able to twist you so easily? To form you as exactly what each of your companions desired? A damsel in distress who needs a knight to protect him? An angry hedonist who can fight back against bullies? The perfect husband for a perfect life. You're nothing. You've always been nothing. A hollow shell that exists solely for the purpose of others. Even your choices you think you make are nothing but a sham. Controlled by someone far beyond for nothing for their own entertainment. Yeah, I forgot that it broke the fourth wall like that. I squeeze my eyes shut, feeling the hot sting of tears in my throat go tight. No, it's not true. None of that is true. I'm not. Another spin as I'm brought rightward again, so fast that it leaves my head pounding and my stomach in roiling knots. Whoa! Now that's thumbnail material. The perfect shell. For the perfect wish. What the fuck are you talking about? Leave him alone! But already my heart is starting to race. My chest is beginning to constrict as anxiety takes hold. Once it's inside you, she'll be able to speak. She'll let me know her wish. The wish she's been long kept buried inside. The purest, most innocent wish of all. But please don't. I'm gonna shake my head as tears start dribbling down my cheeks. I wonder what it'll taste like. I'm already salivating at the thought. Please. Every nerve in my body feels like it's going off at once. My muscles are clenching, heart racing, eyes trembling in their sockets. Here's one of her spare roots. Places the tip to my forehead. I can hear my friends shouting behind me. The stricken crackle of their voices. I've waited so long for this. Suffered so long, but now I'll finally get what I deserve. Oh! Oh, she pulled a friggin' Doctor Strange on us. Oh. I watch him get smaller and smaller. Watch myself get smaller. Falling. Falling into the void. Feel no wind. No air whipping past my cheeks. Feel nothing. On and on and on. Until a green oasis with my friends is nothing more than a distant dot. Until it disappears completely. Until I'm swallowed by the void. Completely and utterly. Alone. I fall and I fall. Will I keep falling forever? Is that it? Am I cursed to suspend in nothingness? A child of nothing returns to nothing. There's something mildly ironic about this. I feel the corners of my lips turn upwards. I close my eyes, surrender myself to the emptiness of space. Open my eyes to green. Okay, hello Windows 98 background. A soft green. A green that caresses my cheeks, tickles my chin. I push myself up to see more of it, all over and all around me. A waving, rolling sea of green grass. Backdrop by the most brilliant blue sky I've ever seen. I blink. Test my fingers by running them through the grass. It's then that I see my hands are fully intact. No missing fingers. My arm is healed too. I sit back at my haunches, just taking it all in and letting the breeze brush my face. Am I dead? But if I were dead, would I still be able to feel wind? If I were dead, would my heart ache at the beauty of clouds in the sky? I rise shakily to my feet, just standing there, swaying. The green is never ending, extending as far as the eye, extending as far as the eye can see. Oh, sorry, I'm having a little difficulty with my avatar. There we go. All the way to the horizon in every direction, just rolling hills of verdure, except for a single tree at the peak of the nearest hill, large and lush and striking against the overhead expanse of blue. Is anyone else feeling a little bit of a sense of deja vu that being feels like Majora's Mask, like when you go inside the moon and it's just instead of being terrifying like you think it'd be, it's actually peaceful and a bunch of like children running around it. It's giving me a lot of Majora's Mask vibes. I start towards it because what else am I supposed to do? It's where I'm supposed to go. Doesn't take long. Unlike the clearing, there aren't any strange abnormalities in distance or space time here. Maybe because this entire area is an abnormality in distance or space time, feeling altogether unabashed strange, yet at the same time strangely unabashed. I approach it. Its reaching branches and glittering morass of leaves, leaving piebald shadows on the turf below. Oh, a girl sits beneath it. A young girl, reading a book. I watch her turn the pages in contemplative silence. Hello, I say stupidly. She looks up and smiles. Hello, Iggy, she, she says smartly. The purple dress, the purple dress makes me look like makes her look like a flower nestled in tall grass. I just reached a good part, but that's okay. There's more important things to do. Oh? I suddenly feel incredibly out of place. My big adult shoes, hands, body standing in stark contrast to the soft simplicity of this place. But then Sadie takes my hand and everything's okay again. Come on, this way. Okay. Her tiny hand tugs at my fingers as we begin to walk. There's a path behind the tree, a quaint path of golden dirt winding and twisting down through the hilly plains. Sadie urges me cheerfully along it, humming to herself in an inaudible melody in her head. I can't help but feel like we're walking down the yellow brick road. Where are we going? I ask after a while. To see the others. Oh, I say despite having no inkling of what this means. It's like an adventure, like the kind my dad used to read me. Your dad? You can remember that? I could hear him, every night through the darkness, stories of courage and bravery. Oh, you're pretty brave, you know that? I don't think that's true. But you made it all the way here. I laugh a self deprecating chuckle. Well, but stop as we round the next corner. There's a small figure huddled down the side of the path. I recognize her brown pigtails. Big salty tears dribble down her cheeks as she hugs her dirty knees. Sadie cocks her head to the side. She's so sad. Something horrible must have happened. Buck slams her tiny fist down on the ground with an angry wail. I wish I was dead. Sadie and I both give a jump, which must alert Buck to our presence because she turns towards us, blinking in confusion. Huh? Sadie steps towards, holding her hand out. Why are you crying? Buck's eyes Sadie's hand, her gaze going skyward. She brings a finger to her mouth. I forgot. It's okay. Maybe you'll remember later. Yeah. Come on. We gotta go find the others. Okay, that sounds great. Buck's tears are gone. She grabs Sadie's hand, swinging it between the two of them as they start down the path once more. I follow behind in curious silence. Around the next hill, I spy a familiar patch of orange. Orlum is standing to the side of the path, his little fist clenched as he glares at the ground angrily. Sadie and Buck stop at their tracks, wary. No one says anything, until Orlum stomps on the ground, tiny tears forming his eyes. I wish I could make the rules for once. It takes a few moments for the dust to settle back around his foot. Then he pops open first one eye, then the other, seeing us watching him. He jerks back. Don't hurt me. I didn't. Sadie steps forward. We're not gonna hurt you. We're on an adventure. An adventure? Yeah, come up us find everyone. Orland picks nervously at his nose. Okay. Like honestly, it's a very I don't know what the word to describe it. It's a very surreal moment in this game because we've been going through the story with everyone like as adults, but then we stumble on everyone else as children again, and Sadie, the same age as them, and it's like really surreal. There's no other word I can think of to describe it. Like aside from trippy, he steps onto the path, and we start on our way once more. I feel a tickle on my palm and glance down to see him clutching my hand. He glances anxiously from side to side as we walk. Around the next bend, I'm starting to understand what's happening. Maybe, but that doesn't make it any less weird when I spy Gidget's crop of blonde hair come to view. They got their hands held to their sides and are walking on the edge of the path like some kind of tightrope. That looks dangerous, I hear Ola mumble. In front of me, Sadie Bucks are silent, just watching. Gidget reaches a small incline in the path and stops. Then spins around with a flourish, raising her arms. I wish I was the most beautiful person in the whole world. They blink. Look at us. Then bring their arms down sheepishly. I didn't know I had an audience. It was great, Sadie laughs. Yeah, you were like super cool. I didn't think it was that impressive. Gidget tilts their head down with a shy smile. You want to come with us? We're looking for everyone else. Yeah, just like a pirate and the princess. Yes, pirate and princess? Gidget looks confused, but must not care that much because this quickly morphs into a wide grin. Sure, that sounds fun. When we start forward again, this time Gidget takes my other hand, pulling me along happily. Come on, Iggy, don't fall behind. I try to pick up the pace. I don't want to let anyone down. I know who we'll see around the next corner. So, so the head of spiky black hair is no surprise. Gizzo squatted down, facing away from the path, drawing idly in the dirt with a stick. His knees are covered in scratches and dirt, just the way they always were. The five of us stand there and watch him in silence. Once he seems finished with his design, he mumbles something incoherent under his breath and stands up. Turns around. It probably jumps about 10 feet. Shit, when did all of you guys? He hastily attempts to scrub out what he drew. It's okay. You don't have to be scared. I'm not scared. What were you mumbling just now, huh? Bugs clutches her fist together in earnest. I wasn't mumbling anything. Yeah, you did. I heard it too. You did not. We all had to say it. Who the F cares? Genzo. It's okay. Genzo points his gaze down stubbornly and sees his fist shaking. Finally, he mumbles something again. I couldn't hear. I wish I could see Iggs again. See, Sadie laughs, holds out her hand. Come on, we've almost found everybody. Gizzo huffs and turns away, crossing his arms over his chest. Buddy follows the group as we start up again for the last time. I try to catch a glimpse of what he's drawing, but it's too scratched out. Nothing but a faint outline of letters peeking through. We make our way towards the final hill. I can't help but feel like bit of some kind of feel a bit like some kind of babysitter as I walk awkwardly in the middle of the pastel of children. Some of them laughing and skipping, others sulking, others with hunkered shoulders and eyes blinking in anxious curiosity. But all of them ushering me along, pulling on my hands, my shirt, pulling me from behind. Come on, Iggy. Don't fall behind, Iggy. We're almost there, Iggy. We round the hill, and my breath catches in my lungs for a moment. It's me. Not the current me, no, but a much younger me. The me who'd convinced all my friends to cut their hands on that fateful night. The me who gazed out in awe at the world of wonder that awaited us. The me who never been able to experience the same unbridled joy. I've seen my friends so happy that day. Younger me looks back with a smile as my friends runs towards him. Iggy! Iggy, what did you wish for? Iggy, can you believe it? Younger me shakes his head with a smile. I haven't wished for anything yet. Nothing? Eggs, you gotta wish for something. Younger laughs, scratches the back of his neck sheepishly. The rest of my friends go running past. Into the land of magic, curiosity that awaited. I can hear their laugh, their sheer unadulterated elation as they see and feel and experience everything for the first time. Aww. Younger me watches this too. Just standing there from the sidelines. Then he turns back to me and Sadie. I can see tears shimmering in his eyes. I wish... Now tears are forming in my eyes too. Because I know exactly what he's going to say. I wish I could make my friends this happy forever. You and I are the same, you know. We're both children of nothing. But you still have a chance to change things. But what'll happen to me? I don't know. But wouldn't you like to find out? Rather than repeat the same cycle again and again? On an impossible quest for everyone's happiness? Except your own? It's your choice, Iggy. Let me in. Or don't. Break this. Oh, wait, no, I remember. This is a fake choice. We can't choose anything. No. This is my choice. And I'm doing this. For me. Sadie. What do you want, Sadie? What do you wish for more than anything else in the whole world? Yes. There she is. I can feel her. I knew he'd be the perfect vessel. Easy to hollow out. And replace. Eggs is gone? Iggy! Now tell me, child. What is it you want? What do you wish for more than anything else in the whole world? Please kill me, Iggy! Ah! I can feel it. I can taste it. tastes incredible. The innocence coursing through my roots. This was truly the single, purest, most perfect. As you wish. Stop! You can't do this! My wishes! Without my wishes, I'll... Please kill me with wishes, then wishes my organ. Video games. When I open my eyes, it's dark. Dark and quiet. Quiet aside from the distant buzz of cicadas. Soft whistle of the wind through the trees. I rub my eyes, my head pounding. Feeling like I've just woken up from the longest nap I've ever had in my life. Then groggily push myself up to a seat. I blink, taking in the sight around me. A sight incredibly familiar, yet unbelievably foreign. Around me are the forms of my friends, all of them lying in the grass, identical cuts in their hands. There's something heavy in my lap. A book. I look down at it curiously, but its pages are blank. Huh? Unsure what to make of this, I simply stare at it. I groan from across the circle. What the fuck? Genzo pushes himself up off the grass. He rubs rigorously at the side of his head, jaw clenched. Why the F do I feel like someone's been doing road work in my head? Repeatedly, with a jackhammer. The shoulders slump and he glances at me from across the circle, then at the others, then down at his hands. And why do I feel a strange trail of euphoria at seeing my right index finger? Movement to my left. See Gidget start to come too. When they sit up with a jolt, their eyes wide. What? They sit there a moment, just staring straight ahead, then seem to relax. They look at me, then Genzo, out across the surrounding forest, not saying a word. Then finally, well, what happened? What happened? What did happen? I press a finger to my temple, face scrunched. We tried to do some kind of ritual? No. There was a tree. A tree floating in the black of space. In pain. I had been in so much pain. My probing thoughts are cut short when Orlum sits up across from me, his orange hair strangely prominent against the black backdrop of the woods. I don't feel so good. Yeah, what else is new? The day something's not wrong with you is the day we all bow down and call you king. I.e., ain't happening. You! But they're both cut off by a loud wail from my right. Buck sits up, tears dribbling down her cheeks as she sobs so loudly I had to momentarily plug my ears. But why do I feel so sad? She lets out a hiccup as her shoulders continue to tremble. Hey, it's okay. Gisha, Gisha gets to her but feet instantly and moves over to Bucks. I watch as they tuck Bucks in against their shoulder and begin rocking them side to side. It's okay now. Everything's fine. Buck sniffles and hiccups again. But my heart hurts so bad. The rest of us grow silent, just watching. Then the tears start. First to Orlum, I look over to see big salty pools from beneath his eyes. Then he's sobbing too, his form crumbling and his shoulders sag inwards, and tears begin streaming down his face. Then Genzo. I, I see him trying to be tough, but it lasts for 5 seconds. Then his face crumples in on itself, and snot and tears running rivers down his cheeks. This is enough to set me off. I hug my arms around my legs, face buried in my knees, and I let the waterworks flow. I can't stop them. Eh, I can't. I can't stop them. My heart feels like it's tearing in two, bludgeoned, beaten, ripped apart. Like 100+ years of sadness, pain, and trauma is all dumping on me at once. I don't even have to look up to know Gija's crying too, even as they continue to rock Buck's tiny form back and forth. Even as they try to reassure in all of us and himself that everything's going to be okay. I cry and cry. Cry until my throat turns raw and eyes turn red. I feel some of that sadness start to release its grip on my heart. When my sob finally give way to sniffles, I look back up, look out at my friends, all of us with lips trembling and eyes strained. I wipe at my face, take a shaky breath, then slowly rise to my feet, wobbling to find my balance. I don't really know what to say. So I don't say anything. Instead, I find my gaze my gaze pulled to the center of the circle, towards a small oblong object in the grass. I step towards it, crouch down, lift it tentatively from the ground. Oh, it's a doll! Oh, it's a doll. It's that doll, soft and worn, with long hair and purple dress. Spun eyes stare up at me. Hello, I say stupidly. Hello, Iggy, she says smartly. I sniff, wipe again my face. What's that? I hear Olam ask, his voice squeaking. Nothing. I tuck the doll into my back pocket. Nothing at all. Then stand back up. The others start to rise to their feet as well. So, Genzo starts, wiping stumbling in his eyes. We just gonna, go home now? Gidget pulls, helps pulls Buck, helps pull Bucks up, who is sniffling softly. Our parents are gonna be out looking for us soon. As if my dad couldn't care less where I am. My dad's gonna be mad. I want to go home. Bucks lets out a sudden wail, then takes off to the trees. Crap, Bucks! Gidget doesn't waste a moment running off after her with a frustrated groan. Across the circle, Orlam grows visibly nervous. Everyone's leaving. He looks left, at right, then abruptly takes off, following the other two off into the dark. Come on, Eggs, gives him motions for me, then turns to do the same. Well, wait! I step forward, instinctively grabbing his wrist. Then we both just stand there, looking at each other. I feel like I have something really important to say, but I just can't remember. Genzo, I swallow. My gaze drops. I feel myself start to tremble. It's okay, Eggs. I know. You do? I blink back, the water forming once more in my eyes. You know what? Genzo shows me a cheeky grin. They are afraid of the dark. I blink and smile. Smile as a thousand memories, a thousand moments of heartbreak, joy, and a thousand moments of love so strong that it makes my heart ache. All pass through my thoughts in an instant, forcing the tears back down my cheeks. I chuckle sheepishly and wipe my eyes. Yeah. Then I take his hand. We go running after the others, leaving the forest and our Wonderland behind. Ooh, damn. That actually is a lot. I'd like to tell you everything was perfect for us after this. That we are now understood everything we need to do, could find our individual definition of happiness and live life to its fullest. This isn't a fairy tale. This is reality. And reality is, by definition, imperfect. There will always be things that happen beyond your control. Accidents, mistakes, words said in anger, other people good, both good and bad. But I'd like to think, yes, I'd very much like to think that at the very least, we responded to things. Oh, and now we get to see the ending. Oh my god, look at him. Look at them. Oh my god. Okay, that's funny. Honestly, I really do like the ending of this game. Like, it's so nice and sweet and all that. It's just, oh my goodness. Oh god, Genzo. I forgot about that part with Genzo. I do like this little song that plays at the end too. Oh my god, wait. After running out on their wedding, Bucks and Hooner took a break. Not because they didn't love each other. More like because they loved each other. Both of them knew they couldn't be happy if they didn't fight for their dreams. Hunter got his PhD in literary arts before moving back to Duquesne to teach creative writing. He's published 3 fantasy novels and is currently working on his fourth. Bucks was scouted while playing Division I softball in college and went on to join the U.S. women's national team. She played in both 2014 and 2016 women's softball World Cups before returning to Duquesne to coach the university softball team. She and Hunter had then gotten married on their own terms. Nothing fancy. Apparently, they just went and signed the paper one afternoon. They currently live in a little brick house on the Duquesne side of Lambrook. They've got a D&D group they keep running every week, and Bucks volunteers to coach for leisure services in the summer. I hear they've been entertaining the idea of a kid for a few years. I wonder what they could possibly name it. Oh my god, look at Gidget! And Cecil just standing next to them. Gidget bloomed after high school upon finally leaving the prying gaze of their mother. After winning After winning a scholarship in Springwood, they go on to get a double major in software development and graphic design. They also use this time to really find themselves, attending more and more LGBTQIA+ events on campus, and eventually volunteering for Campus Pride, where they first met Cecil, an exchange student from the UK. They became fast friends. Yeah, fast friends indeed. Cecil looks like he doesn't want to be here. After graduating, the two of them would move around a bit, living in queer-friendly group houses to save on costs as they interned for small startups and volunteered for local queer organizations. They were finally able to afford the rent for their own place in Lambrook after securing a junior design role at a non-profit where they'd eventually go on to rise up to senior product designer. And I haven't heard from them much about their love life aside from the occasional gripe about an annoying ex or two. But they seem content living with Cecil for now and attending a variety of local community events to support the community. Or oh my god, Orla. Look, it's a Jerry equivalent in the background. Orla joined the Business Professionals of America in high school, through which he got a scholarship to go to business school. Though his grades weren't amazing, he went on to become president of Alpha Kappa PSI. Alpha Kappa Psi. and, and after graduating, he interned for a number of high profile firms in Dukin. After a while, he established his own business consultancy agency, enjoying the variety of it provided over the predictability of a single company. He even attempted to start a couple of his own businesses. They've had varying levels of success. Still, he seems to be doing rather well for himself and is quite active both professional and unprofessional night scenes in Dukin. He seems to be going through an on again, off again thing with Gidget's roommate Cecil. Oh my god. Okay, that's funny. No, the complaints from Gidget about Cecil abandoning them are any indication that it might be more on again recently. I'm not much of a betting man, but I'd put my money on the three of them simply moving in together before the end of the year. Oh, and as for Iggy and as for me, well, oh my god, Genzo confessed to me at after prom. And I, being me, became a bit overwhelmed. Yeah, a bit overwhelmed. I love this game so much. I love this game so much. Carrot really did a really good job. Aww. A week later, however, I managed to pull myself together and give him a response. Oh my god, look at him! I didn't say it was a good response. At any rate, we started dating after that, mostly a shy, nervous kind of thing. But it continued even after I left for college. Genzo calling me almost daily to yap about this or that. He also visited on occasion, braving a long-distance bus to spend the weekend with me. This led me to figuring some things out about myself sooner rather than later. Fortunately, Genzo ended up being fine with it. Though, part of me was always kinda knew he would. We experimented with a lot of boundaries after that, to the point it became kind of a recurring joke between us. Sometimes I'd be okay with more, sometimes I'd be okay with less. But never once would he ever make me feel guilty or judged, or that he expected anything of me. Even if my boundaries would change wildly from one day to the next. My ace baby, look at him. After Genzo opened his shop, he asked if I would ever consider potentially, just maybe, only if he really wanted to, of course, moving in with him. Oh my god, that's so adorable. I told him I'd consider it. Immediately. Oh my god, look at them! After that, we kind of just settled into life. Genzo worked at his shop, I started working freelance. Between the two of us, it's never been hard to make the bills, even if we both occasionally have our dry spots. I even helped Genzo get his own site online with digital ordering system, which helped him a lot with the back end side of things. And he was able to stock a larger supply of bike parts and tools for sale, which helped bring in a bit more business. Sometimes I'll bring my laptop in and work out in his back office. I selfishly find the sounds of his shop a bit comforting. Oh my god, look at him! Ours isn't a fancy life, an exciting life, nor a romantic life. Romantic my ass. But it is our life. A life that makes me happy. A life I've chosen for myself. And no one else. I still get the occasional deja vu, the sudden flash of a memory, sometimes so brief and so intense it takes the wind out of me. Other times long and drawn out, filling me with a sense of long-lost melancholy. My heart knows what I've been through, even if my head forgets sometimes. The heart never forgets. Genzo remembers too. Sometimes we'll be doing something and he'll randomly bring up a memory. Hey, you remember when... Doesn't it remind you of... Shit, this is just like... And I always have to pause a moment. Let the memory fizzle to the surface. find it there, buried deep within the synapses. But I always do. And then I'll smile. Yeah, I'll say. And even though it doesn't make a lick of sense, then the two of us will go about our day. The end. Achievement unlocked. I've always needed you. You completed the game with Genzo's epilogue. Congratulations. Honestly, this is adorable. This is a really adorable game. But some of you are probably smart enough to know that we're not technically done yet. There's still like 3 other endings that we need to get. And yes, that means I have to sit through all the cutscenes again, which ugh. But you know what? I could probably extend this series a little more, getting to all the endings. I kind of want to 100% this game in the achievements department, but it also includes dying a lot, so I'll probably get the dying achievements on my own time. Thank you so much for playing our Wonderland. This game is dedicated to my dad. I miss you so much every day. I hope you will be proud of everything I was able to do this year. Our Wonderland would never have been possible without the support of my fans, especially those who have followed me since I released the first few arcs way back in 2021. This has been a long journey and a labor of love. Making this game has truly changed my life. I hope a part of it might have changed yours too. Until next time. Aww. Yeah, cause I actually was making videos. Oh my god, look at them. Okay. Well, I think this is actually a good time to leave this video here for now. So I'm gonna be getting the endings in another time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye. With